Today on Max's Tech Lab, I'm going to be fitting my battery box with this very heavy duty 6-gauge cable for an inverter. Hope you enjoy. So here I have a red 50 amp Anderson plug. It's the exact same as the ones on the front of my battery box, except for the fact that they don't work together. So the different color Anderson plugs don't work with each other. Like, they only work with the same color. So you see here that the inside, the keying is just kind of a straight line down, but this one, the keying has a thing there and it's not as deep. So therefore, you physically can't force them together, which means when I put a red Anderson plug on my inverter, it'll only be able to be plugged in to this heavy duty wiring. Obviously you want to fuse everything, so I have a 30 amp auto resetting. I have a 30 amp relay as well. The reason I have this relay is because all this wiring in my battery box, which I have a video on rewiring this if you want to check that out, all of this wiring is 15 amp wiring, and this battery controller, which turns it off when the battery gets too low, it turns everything off so the battery doesn't die forever, is all 15 amp. My inverter at max draw is going to draw 30 amp, so I can't pull it all off this, hence why I need all this heavy duty wire. So what I need to do is I need to plan out where I want all this. Now originally I was going to try and put everything on this piece here because it's empty, so the Anderson plug on the outside and this relay in there, but then this heavy duty wire is fairly hard to move around and kind of get in tight corners. Like, I would not be able to do that so easily with this heavy duty wire. So what I originally thought is there's two wires coming off the battery, right? So what if I put this circuit breaker there, and then if it's kind of there, you can see one cable comes in and one cable just follows this, and then that can go down into the relay, which is sitting here, like it will be mounted like this, so then it kind of just comes in, and then that can fold out and then go to the Anderson plug, which will be probably sitting on the outside, somewhat like that. Alright, so the holes are drilled, so now what I'll do is I'll mount the circuit breaker and the relay. So I have the auto resetting breaker and so what I want to do first is the inside wiring, because I only have 2 meters of this 6-gauge cable, which is fine. I just need to get these preferably as close as I can, because then the leftover I'll use to run from this. Okay, so this took me way too long, but basically this comes off the circuit breaker, goes into the common of the relay, then comes out, and then this has the Anderson plug end on it, so I need to drill a hole through there, and then goes into the back of the Anderson plug. But we are missing a piece, and that is the negative. So while I can hook up the positive and negative on the relay, which is quite tight now, and then I can hopefully Alright, so I have made up these two cables and the relay's in. This cable is in, it just kind of loops around. So before I put the red cable in, I need to put this black cable in. Now I need to figure out, well, first I need to find a big enough drill bit, so I'll go do that. Whereabouts these cables come out. So they sit in like that, and we want a bit of room for them to be able to bend in, so go as far over as we can. Okay, so fuse is in. Fuse. I'm gonna do some cable management. Run you through what we got real quick. So actually, we'll start with the power comes in. So power comes in on these 4 leads technically now. It then runs down, and this small 15 amp cables go into the battery guard. Then the negative for the 30 amp circuit just goes straight out to negative on this Anderson. Then the positive goes through into a circuit breaker for circuit protection, 30 amp. Then that runs out into a relay that is controlled by this battery guard. So if the battery gets too low, it will turn off the inverter as well as the entire system and everything drawing on the battery. Then that comes out and goes down into this red Anderson. And I'm gonna get the battery and hook this all up, and I don't have the inverter to test this, but when I do, I will be sure to make a video. But I'll show you, turn it on. No voltage, this system has no voltage completely. And in a second, you'll see the voltmeter will turn on. There we go. Not sure if you guys heard that relay click, but 12.75, 12.8, you know, and that's on there. So there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe with post notifications to see when I get the inverter and properly test this out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.